Hey yo,
Hey, yo,
hey yo.
yo, yo. Welcome in on Friday. Happy weekend to those of you civilians that don't have to work on the weekend, like me.
Woo!
But the bracket is back. I don't know if that's good or bad for me because, as you know, I currently sit in a favorable position there. But just happy that it's back. I have been having a little bit of withdrawals there because I mean, there's nothing better than the opening weekend anyway. That's kind of
Mm-hmm.
just a magical time in any sports calendar. But I want to see this thing out and like properly beat you guys. So that's what I'm looking forward
Fair.
to
That's fair.
this weekend. Hit us up in the comments. Hit us up with your calls. The link is very much active as always. We are taking those calls, and comment fights. Everything is welcome. Tyler, how are you doing on this Friday?
Doing good, man. It's not just the NCAA brackets, the March Madness brackets we got. We also got of course, we got some golf brackets. We got the Frozen Four brackets started this weekend.
Mad bracket
It's
action.
just brackets everywhere, man. But no, I'm doing good. Looking forward to a pretty fun sports weekend. Got a lot of good stuff lined up. Ronnie, how you doing today?
Doing exceptional. Thank
Ooh.
you all for joining. Not too crazy about Friday. Friday is usually like the just nuclear meltdown day at the bank. Wasn't too bad. But a lot of good sports, especially, and if you ain't feeling it, then damn it, it ain't for you.
It's
We were
made
the
for you.
iRacing show of record. We're certainly the NASCAR show of record on the network. And
Unquestionably.
Bristol on the dirt.
Oh
Woo!
my gosh.
I'm I'm doubt it. I mean, obviously, shout out to Master P. About it. So I cannot wait to see that. And as Tyler pointed out to me, we were kind of digging around for things before the show. I was like, "Hey, can you get the the running order, like the qualifying?" He's like, "No, actually, there's qualifying heats." I was like,
Mm. Mm.
"Just hook it to my veins, take
That
me
is
back."
that is some dirty old school local track, small track stuff right there. Is you got heats for placements, man. That is
Take me back to the Okie
oh
Bowl, fighting in the pits, fighting in the
yes,
stands, fighting at the
yes.
concession stand. I don't know. I mean, a lot of fighting, a lot of dirt.
Just all
Uh,
kinds of fighting.
just the sweet aroma of race fuel, burning rubber.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, when these guys get out there, it's gonna be on. So
As I've always said, one of my favorite things about dirt tracks is when you can see the people that have never been to a dirt track race and they go sit down in those seats by turn four, between three and
nah,
four.
that's not
It's,
where you want to be.
but I love watching the people that don't know that, and they're like, after the first lap, they're like, oh, "Okay, no, we can't sit here." Yeah, exactly.
Just
Just
caked
getting,
in mud.
just getting mollywop with a dirt wave.
Well, a lot to get into with that, but thank you all, as always for joining us. Free for All Friday Live. Please believe that.
Mm-hmm.
Stados Unidos. Just got to get in the Olympics. I mean, let's take care of business
Got
here.
to get there. Just got to get there.
Sucking
Get on the
mosquitoes
bus.
from Palm Springs. Yeah, doesn't matter if you're on the front of the bus or the back of the bus. You're on the bus.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently Rondo to the Clippers. I didn't even
Mm-hmm.
see that. But playoff Rondo is a real thing. And
Yeah, that was in the Williams trade that sent Williams to Atlanta, where he can go to Magic City and get them wings.
every night, got the wings hook up.
Season tickets to Magic City.
No, I'm only here for the wings. Please.
That's right.
Madam, please. I'd just like to get to the wings bar, please. But a couple little side notes here before. I mean, we're mostly going to get NASCAR, obviously the golf, and then into the NCAA tournament and UFC 260. But right off the top, a couple things I want to hit. So we will fire up the side pieces here for all of you. Just touch a little couple things here at the beginning. And the number one today that was going on like midday was a flurry of draft order situated trades in the NFL, which was a confusing 45 minutes. I'm going to be honest. And who knows what's going to happen with the old Jimmy G out there. But the Dolphins were just busting moves left and right. So the Niners move up to the third pick for the 12th pick and 2021 third round pick, which is also weird because that is a compensation. That's just for allowing the Jets to hire Robert Saleh. So that already kind of just made me laugh. Like, why would that even have to be like a compensatory pick? I don't know. Like, I mean, he's a good coach. Like, someone else can hire him. But the Jets. I mean, come on. Like, of course, they get screwed over somehow in that deal. And then, like 20 minutes later, they trade back up and get back up to the 6th pick. And I think I have the live. So this is where it stands now. So after all that flurry, 49ers move up to the 3rd pick. Dolphins back in the 6th pick. And then you would see the Eagles, just outside of that shot there in the 12th pick. But weird times. I still don't believe the 49ers are totally in on Jimmy G. I think.
Oh, they're not. They're not. There's no way.
Have said that he's the guy for this year, and that may well be the case if you're not getting one of the 1 or 2 quarterbacks there. But maybe they draft a quarterback, and it's like 1 year of Jimmy G, and then we ship him out and do whatever. But it was a weird, like I said, 30 to 45 minutes right there where things were changing hands furiously.
Yeah, I think the GM for the Dolphins must have watched Draft Day last night and was just like, yeah, I could pull that off. I think I could do that. It just went wild. Like, they always say, some GMs are playing, chess while others are playing checkers. I think the Dolphins GM is playing Jumanji is what he's playing.
That's when it gets real.
That dude's just going off, man. Yeah, that was just I was telling Ronnie, like, I saw the first trade. That happened like around 10 o'clock this morning. Like half an hour later, I see I see a trade, and I'm like, wait, I thought the Dolphins traded with the Niners, and I realized it was a completely different trade. Like, all right, this dude's going nuts today. So yeah, kind of wild morning there.
I guess, I mean, if anything, for the Dolphins, it would seem to indicate that Tua is going to be the guy there for a year or two, maybe. At least. It's been a weird situation. We saw him get thrust into starting, which was kind of weird at the time, and then he did okay, and then they benched him at certain points during the season. I mean, the team was pretty good, so that whole dynamic is kind of weird. But I would assume that they're probably going to go with him for the next year or two. You do have that 6th pick, but it's the wacky season as far as shuffling around these draft picks and other off-season moves in the so-called legal tampering period.
Yes, I've always loved that term, legal tampering.
But it's totally legal now. It's free for all.
It's legit.
And Jaime, as I see, we may have Eddie Justin on hold here, taking a shot at the Cowboys. Cowboys should be at number 7. They play like shit. # Cowboys Nation.
Is he taking a shot? Isn't Jaime a Cowboys fan?
Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of like, me as a Raider fan. Only we can talk about ourselves that way. Like you can't say that kind of thing.
Right.
But just a weird reshuffling of things, especially for the Dolphins, who went way down and then kind of back up to where they almost were. Probably if they had in mind, what they're, like you said, if the guy watched Draft Day, he's like, you know what, we can go down, we can trade back, and then trade back up, and we can get our guy at 6 that we wanted.
Oh, and they've got plenty of picks. You can see here. Here's a list of the first 3-round picks for the next 3 years. They've got plenty of options. There we go, 2 first rounds, 2 second rounds, and a third this year. So yeah, they're going nuts, man. That's It's amazing that they turned Laramie Tunsil into like 8 picks.
Yeah, well, I mean, thank you, Houston, and
Bill O'Brien.
God bless whatever's going on in Houston. It ain't good. I'm not gonna sit here and talk about whatever legal proceedings are going on, but that's a mess. True. That's one of the only things that really gives me any kind of ray of sunshine as a Raider fan. Like, well, at least we ain't that. I don't know what that is, but it's not good. So
I don't want any part of it.
Raider Nation, we move on, and hopefully, I don't know, come up with something. But a couple other things, actually. You know what? Let me see here. All right, it's probably a good time to go into the golf. I have a decent amount of stuff on the golf. The Dell Match Play Championship going on in the it's actually the World Golf Championship, not a actual PGA event, but the money is there, so pretty significant event. And Tyler actually texted me. Before we get to that, actually, yesterday, our boy, Modesto's favorite son,
yes,
Bryson DeChambeau, the Champ Bro, the Hammer, whatever you want to say,
the Lummox,
pretty much a Lummox. Just
yeah.
Oh, he's a Lummox. Gave us this great moment, just one for all time. I mean, we had the breaking of the club. We had so many other great moments from him. But on the 10th tee, he hit a tree. It didn't work out well. I think it was actually a negative drive. But here's a fan shot video, so, can't get sued on that. And pay special attention to the audio commentary from the gallery at the end.
Right here, bro. You got it, Mike? Right here.
Oh, man.
Jeez.
This was one. Also, if you have the PGA app, which I don't have, but now I'm definitely going to download, they have a live shot tracker. And this just cracked me up. So you can see the preferred line, which is the red, and the actual shot tracker of his shot, as we see here. Well, that's not ideal. I mean, that's probably not what you want in that situation.
That looks like something I would definitely do.
Oh, man. What a legend. What a legend this man is. For better or worse. He's still in contention most weeks, but he will give you some gems like that where it's just like, I don't even know what I'm seeing right now. This guy hits a country mile, and sometimes it don't work out. But straight up sideways on that one.
Unfortunately, 8 seconds after that video clip ended, the tree did fall over as well. Just got completely taken out by that drive.
R.I.P. to that tree. It's probably been there for like 200 years.
Right.
Bryson, the shit show. But he's still good at golf. He's still good at golf. But
sure.
yes, sometimes that is appropriate.
Yeah.
And yes, getting sued does suck. And we cannot afford that. I mean, please
definitely cannot afford that.
DeChambeau. Wow. Also, I like that.
It's a good one.
But as far as the action today, it is match play. And we'll get back to the bracket here a little bit later, Shank. Hey, if you're that strong, I mean, things are going to happen. Most of the time, good. Some of the time, really bad. Look,
yep.
It can't be stopped. But we did have a couple interesting, incidents of note. For one, Sergio, with the walk-off ace, which was pretty tasty. I try to, again, I'm not going to get sued, so I have to do certain things. The audio is not exactly matched up, but you can appreciate on the video what is being consecrated here.
This is high. This is on a great line. Oh, man!
It's in. Oh!
They do it. Good night.
I did say he was going to hit a good shot sooner or later.
That is a walk-off World Cup hole-in-one.
Are you kidding me?
Which, and I will say, that also goes to show you, these are, some of the best golfers, the best golfers in the world. And even he was kind of like, oh, it went in. Like, nobody expects that. Golf is ridiculous. Nobody expects that at all. But a walk-off hole-in-one, and again, unfortunate for old Westwood. But
your boy Lee Westwood.
Well, I wouldn't say my
Catch a
boy.
break.
It's
Can't
just
catch a break.
always just chasing that rainbow. Just never quite, not quite getting there.
But just doesn't quite.
It never quite. It just never quite curled all the way. But that's just kind of a special feeling that anyone's played golf before has seen. And then a sort of a weird incident between the pairing of Kevin Na and our boy, Dirty Dusty Rhodes, Dusty Johnson, as they have a dispute about conceding a putt, which, I got the video for you here as well. And also, Nick Faldo, I don't know, we'll touch on that afterwards, but here's a clip.
I was going to say I didn't concede the putt, but...
Because I'm just saying, just wait, right? I know it's this, but you still have to wait till I say something, okay?
What do you think of that, Nick? It's the rules, but it's...
And not
DJ was not feeling it.
The guy yelling at the end makes me laugh.
Come on, Dusty! The only thing I would say about that is, look, Kevin Na is obviously a PGA Tour golfer, very good. Like, if you were to play with him, randomly run into him at a golf course, probably be the best golfer you've ever seen in person in your life.
Sure.
Dustin Johnson is, I believe, the number one golfer in the world right now. I'm not sure, but close to it, if not. Just kind of a shitty move by him, because in match play, that is like one of the only different rules, sort of. Like,
Right.
you can't just pick up the ball and just walk off. Like, the other person has to concede to let you just pick that up. So, and that's all that I could see from that video that Kevin Na, the point he was trying to make, just like, yeah, I know it's a short putt, but like, just, you have to let me at least, all right, I concede, you could take that or whatever. But,
Right.
And also I did like the tweet that I saw. Dustin, did you see that putt, Kevin? Nah.
Kevin. Yeah, nice wordplay there.
And like I said, it's just one of those things in golf. Like, yes, there's a lot of, well, we've already seen, several rules incidents. I wouldn't say every week, but in match play, that's one of the big ones. Like, you can't just pick it up. Like, that's what it is. Like, sort of I don't know. I mean, it's frustrating. Like, the whole game is frustrating. We've all played it, but just kind of like one of those like no-nos to pull that off. And I think actually Kevin Na could have like basically cost him more strokes. Like, he could have put that in as like a penalty or something for him doing that, which he didn't go that route. But
if he did a grievance to the course official or whoever's running the event.
The Baron coming in, big move. I mean, it is
You
kind of.
don't do it. You just don't do it. Yep.
It's just one of those things. Like I said, I mean, it's not like, yes, match play is hole for hole, and winner advances, the other one drops out. But stroke play, I mean, there's still rules about that, but one of the big differences is that rule. Like, you have to, the other person has to concede the putt. So that was kind of like a little salty, kind of a petty move there on DJ's part.
Right, yeah, just kind of dick move because it's you're playing the one guy individually, not like you're playing an entire field. Like you're playing this one guy, so you would be directly affecting him.
But again, more bracket action. Actually, let me take this off the bottom because I think we had some comments here. Maybe again, entertainment purposes only. Fleetwood versus Kuchar in the final. Fleetwood Matt. I like that. I like that combo.
Not bad. Not bad.
I'll see that. I'd be on board with that. Spieth hanging in there. Obviously, these aren't just like nobodies, but you do have some. Today, it seemed like a lot of the lower seeds were really getting off as far as upsets, I guess, if you would say. Moving on to the next round, getting into that Saturday.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting weekend. I do kind of like the match play / bracket format because now you're going to get like each guy's going to play, where each winner will play 2 rounds tomorrow and then 2 rounds Sunday. So that'll be fun to look forward to.
Just yeah, I mean it's a nice little breakup in the normal format of a like PGA season. Jaime coming in, Bubba all the way. What you know about them Texas boys, man? We hit. We hit.
Out there blasting Fat Pat on the course.
Exactly. And again, Texas' favorite son. I mean, come on.
My balls was hot.
Certainly something to look forward to on the weekend, though. I will look forward to catching as much of that as I can. But I think also on that note, really sort of, obviously there's Texas participants involved here, but we've been the iRacing show of record. We've been the NASCAR show of record. And this is a special weekend for NASCAR as they go to Bristol on the dirt. This is going to be spicy as hell. Look, again, if you ain't feeling it, then damn it, this ain't for you. But NASCAR on the dirt, you're talking about the best drivers out there at Bristol, which on a normal surface, like on the asphalt, there's usually like 4 fights anyway. So who knows what's going to happen here. But I cannot wait to see this. Man. They even did the iRacing thing on the dirt. Like we talked about it on Wednesday. I think this is going to be incredible. I think, yes, it's probably not, this would be like a move around kind of event. I don't think you would just put it on one track every year because Bristol, again, in its normal format is always great anyway.
Do Talladega on the dirt, 2-mile track.
Yes, on the dirt. Daytona on the sand. Take it back. Take it back all the way. But they're not even doing as we mentioned in the beginning, they're doing heats here for qualifying position. This is like Friday night, Saturday night, regional NASCAR level action right here.
Yes.
Or even below that. I mean, we're talking like Okie Bowl, Bakersfield Speedway, just guys getting after it.
Yeah, this definitely is a throwback to I know my family. We used to go to when Mesa Marin was open, RIP. Every Saturday night, and you always started with like a 10-lap heat races, and the main event was like a 50-lap race. So I don't know how long these heat races are going to be, but I'm kind of intrigued. If they're on TV, I kind of want to. Actually, I definitely want to check them out.
Yeah, I don't know what the as far as the qualifying, how much of this is going to be on TV, but I would assume a decent part, or at least you're going to have like a chunk of the highlights of what comes out of that before they actually line it up and race on Sunday. But again, just seeing like these guys that are the best stock car drivers in the world getting after it on dirt, I don't know how that's not enticing to anyone that knows anything about NASCAR. They already ran it, like it's rubbing his race and all that stuff, but on dirt, it gets real. It gets real fast.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, Bristol, that's a half-mile track. That's already like a pretty insane race as it is when it's on the normal, asphalt. But yeah, mixing in the dirt into this, and there's going to be a crowd as well. In some capacity, like, oh, this is this is going to be a must-watch race on Sunday for sure.
Coming, in and out of pit road. I mean, all the little nuances that come in on these dirt track races. As Tyler pointed out, also, maybe don't sit down there in turn 4 because that's what we call the splash zone. If you ever been to SeaWorld, they would have the yellow line. You may get wet. In this case, you may get slathered in mud if you sit in that area.
Bring your first 3 rows of a Gallagher show ponchos.
Exactly. Bring the Gallagher trash bag. Cover yourself.
It's about to get messy. Yeah.
As they go around. And it's also every 28 seconds, so you'll be working that tarp pretty furiously. Actually,
you'll just be holding it up because there's going to be 20 plus cars in a line, so it's just going to be constant dirt flying at you.
I got these on Step Up for $7. This is great. Oh God, what is this? Well, joke's on you, buddy. But for me, safely at home, free from mud, watching on TV, I think it's going to be great. And I'm hoping that they will continue on with this going forward. Before we get into the fights, just want to update because we are going back into the tournament mode. We now have the updated brackets here. Baylor, please. Baylor, you got to come through. Come on. Channeling Art Briles. All right, maybe not. Let's not go that far.
Bad call. Yeah,
that's on me. But we are down to the last 16, and I got to go for Baylor there. But I think that's going to be the only thing I'd say about that is I would take the over on that game. I think both 100%. Of those teams run up the score, and usually if you're looking at the overs on these, they're all right at 140 to 143. You're just expecting both teams to score 70, and then we'll see what happens. But Oral Roberts, we'll see if their miracle run continue.
The Oral Roberts.
The Oral Roberts University, I'm sorry. Please believe that. That's my bad. As we move down there, Loyola and Oregon State, the Pac-12 is... There's no reason.
That classic 8-12 matchup there.
Yes. There's no reason why so many Pac-12 teams should still be alive, but yet, here we are. Syracuse-Houston, kind of like the under in that game. Houston really likes to kind of take the air out of the ball. They do play good defense. Syracuse, like we saw in that first game against San Diego State, that was like a unconscious shooting night, though. At San Diego State was just not ready. Which I don't know because the only thing Syracuse ever does is a 2-3 zone. Mm-hmm. And San Diego State just was baffling to them somehow. But
it's a 2-3 zone. They're going to run a 2-3 zone, and yet people still get screwed over by it in the tournament all the time. It makes no sense to me.
Well, Boeheim, the only reason he's been on some of these Olympic teams is just so he can coach the 2-3 zone defense. If they have to go to the zone. True. So he is the master of that. But with that being said, that's all they're going to do. They're not going to change off of that. And Jaime coming up with some picks. Jaime the Greek also.
Jaime the Greek coming in for entertainment purposes only, of course.
Well, obviously that doesn't even need to be said. But
no, it actually does. It does need to be said for our legal department.
All right. That's true. I don't want to get caught up in any more controversy here. And Justin, Arkansas, played non-conference games for Colgate, North Texas, and the Oral Roberts. Who's laughing now? That's kind of a good look at this point because looking at some contenders here. Moving over to the other side here, we have Gonzaga. I'm just waiting for them to fall. Creighton, again, not really super on board with Creighton, but I just need Gonzaga to lose at some point. USC and Oregon. All right, one of these Pac-12 teams. One of these Pac-12 teams will finally go down. But if you would have told me that at the beginning, I would have been so annoyed. Like, are you serious? Get out of here, dude. There's no way these guys are going to play each other in the 16th. But here we are again.
Here we are. Yeah, USC after beating Kansas by 30 points. It's I don't even know what to say about the Pac-12. It's
Oregon
insane.
just rolled up on Iowa after they got a free pass for the COVID thing with VCU.
That's right.
So maybe we were wrong all along. Who knows? Yeah. I can't call it. Entertainment purposes only. Come on. And on the other side again, UCLA. I'm a UCLA fan. Really have no business being here at this point, but they are here. They are playing Alabama. Really not see Alabama go basketball and football in the same season. So if we could shut that down, that'd be great. But I don't think UCLA is going to be the one to do it. But prove me wrong, kids. Prove me wrong.
You and I both know these Bruins have no future.
And then, again, go blue. Tyler's beloved Michigan. Florida State going up against Bunny Colvin's team.
Bunny Colvin.
He is looking for hardcore individuals out there. They seem to always play pretty well in these tournament situations. What are you thinking about that game? How are you feeling?
I mean, it's definitely the one that I've been most concerned with so far. Like, I know LSU shot really well to start the game, but I wasn't really worried about Michigan shutting that down. We'll see what Florida State does when they come out. I mean, I really like the strategy that Michigan utilized in the second half defensively against LSU, which was like, don't let them shoot the three, make them go inside, and then Michigan's big men will just disrupt the shot inside. I don't know if they'll be able to do that against Florida State. I mean, we'll see. Look, Michigan's been shooting all right in the tournament. They got to keep that up, but it's definitely not going to be an easy game. It'll be a stressful one on Sunday for sure.
That will be a tough game. Jaime the Greek has already come out in opposition of your boys.
Hey.
Sorry, but
I can't knock it.
Either way, Michigan's going to win, or Juwan Howard's going to get some kind of crazy technical, throw something. It's going to be awesome.
Look, we know that you and I are both rooting for that Michigan UCLA Elite Eight game.
This is what the one we wanted to see. Come on. And the love for the Pac-12 just keeps rolling in. At this point, who am I to say that won't happen? All the way, Pac-12. Someone's going to get it.
There we go.
UCLA over Alabama.
Jaime the Greek, he's in on your Bruins.
He's got USC over Oregon. And as the Baron points out, factually, that is correct. One is going to the Elite Eight for sure.
It is. That is true. Yeah.
Somehow, but by the grace of God, that is going to happen. But what a weird time to be alive, where the Pac-12 runs wild and the Big 12 and Big 10 have just fallen by the wayside, except for Michigan. And I don't know if anyone's left in the Big 12, actually. Looking
Baylor.
around here.
Yeah, Baylor.
Baylor. Oh, well, I need you, Baylor. I need you to come through, Baylor.
You need that one, yeah.
That's going to be big for me. But with our last little 10 minutes here, I do want to get to the Fight Doctor. We do have a UFC pay-per-view, a big rematch in the main event, and a couple of little side note as far as the fight game goes. So let's check out the Fight Doctor, and let's fire this up as we send you guys off into the weekend.
Ladies and gentlemen,
this is the main event of the evening.
The heavyweight champion of the world.
It's time!
What you gonna do when the Pac-12 runs wild on you?
Yeah, but actually, let's just go ahead and start with that little side note you said, just because it is funny. So, did see this today that we are Oscar De La Hoya officially announcing he is returning to the ring on July 3rd for the first time since he got his ass whipped by Manny Pacquiao back in 2008, which I actually do remember that. I think that was the first boxing bet I ever laid at Vegas because for some reason Pacquiao was an underdog, so I made easy money on that one.
Mm-hmm.
But people got to ask, why is De La Hoya coming back? And I think Dana White gave us that answer, didn't he?
Yes, he has, and well, I'm just gonna defer to Dana on this one, but it's pretty clear.
Finally, last one. I'm a good friend of yours, Oscar de la Hoya, has announced he's coming out of retirement to box again. I just wondered if you had any.
Cocaine isn't cheap. It's expensive. Got to make money.
Thanks, Dana.
There it
No
is.
doubt. No doubt.
Thank you, Dana. Thank you, Dana, for that analysis.
But the Golden Boy's back for now. In what capacity, we do not know. But
Can we call him the Golden Boy anymore? Like, can we really call him that?
I don't know. But the Golden Man just seems weird.
The patinaed man, the rusted man,
It's a classy patina.
yeah.
Oh man, it's just, dude, boxers, especially him, dude. He's got the promotion company. Like,
Yeah, why do you need the money at all? Like, promoting is where the money's at.
just stay away. Just stay away. Don't get hit in the face. Don't get embarrassed. Don't get knocked out with a body shot. All these things. Like, I mean, come on.
Hey, Golden Girls is a good show, Justin. I ain't gonna knock that. Everybody should watch that show. But, yes, outside of that, we do have a big pay-per-view this weekend, UFC 260, headlined, of course, by the I feel like they always advertise every heavyweight title fight as the biggest fight ever, but this one could be. This one could be. It's definitely a big matchup here between the champ Stipe Miocic defending his title against Francis Ngannou. Again, these two fought, I think it was 4, maybe 5 years ago. And Stipe just kind of wiped the floor with Ngannou. You know, just kind of like took him down, pinned him down, kind of did what he wanted with him. You know, since that time, Francis has, after that fight, he lost a very, very, very boring fight to America's sweetheart, Derek Lewis, where Ngannou threw, I think he landed a total of 11 strikes over 5 rounds. After that, he said, you know, yeah, look, the Stipe fight was still in my mind. Like, I almost want to say like PTSD from getting just taken down and beaten so bad. After that, his last 4 fights, he's won them all by knockout, the longest fight of which went 1 minute and 11 seconds. So he has just absolutely, you know, been killing fools lately. Stipe, of course, went on, had the trilogy with Daniel Cormier, winning the last 2 matches out of the 3. You know, I'm seeing a lot of people saying Francis is a different fighter, and he might be. He might be. It's very possible he's a different fighter. But my question is, what has he done to show it? Like, all he's done is knock fools out, and that's all he did before. So I don't know if he's a different fighter. You know, Stipe is an amazing wrestler. He took down Daniel Cormier, who's an Olympic-level wrestler. That kind of tells you where he's at with that level. He can stand and bang. He's knocked guys out, too. But Francis only needs one punch. Only needs one punch.
Yeah.
He can put anybody out. Granted, in their first fight, Stipe ate some good shots and kept coming. But Francis, he just needs that one punch. I think that, you know, they've compared his punch to, you know, the equivalent of a small Honda hitting you at full speed. You know, another thing that, and I was talking with the Fight phlebotomist earlier this week about it, was I did want to see what Stipe came in weighing at, because he weighed, I think, 245 the first fight against Ngannou, and then he dropped weight to face DC. He came in lighter today. He was 234 at the weigh-ins, so definitely, again, down from the last fight, which maybe that has an impact in absorbing the punches. I don't know. But until Francis can prove he's a different fighter, until he can, you know, stop Stipe's takedowns, be able to get up from the takedowns, I'm hard-pressed to not go with the champ. I mean, he's proven it so many times that he can do this. You know, again, if I was putting money on it, I'm going Stipe.
Even, giving up what's going to obviously be between 25, 30 pounds here. I think the history there and, you know, everything we know about Stipe, you got to sort of favor the champ here. Like, I'm leaning towards him as well.
And it's funny you say favor, because when the lines opened, Ngannou was actually the favorite at minus 225. Since then, lots of bettors have taken the champ. I think they dropped that down now. Ngannou's a 125 favorite. Stipe's at plus 105, so pretty much even money. And I mean, again, look, maybe Francis has gotten better. I know he's been working the last week or so with Kamaru Usman to help with the takedowns. Although I gotta wonder, like, and I kind of had this thought before we went on air, is like, I wonder if Francis isn't so much working on takedown defense as it is getting up from the takedown. Like, Stipe will get the takedown, but it's just get back up. Don't let him lay on you. Don't let him wear you out. So I'm curious to see where that goes. And again, he can end it in a split second. So I won't be shocked if Francis wins, but I got to go Stipe. Co-main event, we got a welterweight fight between the former champ Tyron Woodley taking on Vicente Luque. Look, Woodley, I said it the other night, man. Ever since he lost the title, Woodley just hasn't, like, he's gotten in the ring and he just doesn't look like he even wants to be there. He's lost his last 3 fights. One of them, he, I think, set a record for, like, fewest strikes thrown in a 5-round fight. Luque, good fighter. Definitely not a top contender, probably a top 10 guy, but he's just exciting as hell. If anybody's going to bring the old exciting Tyron Woodley back, it's going to be Luque. And I think this is a case where Woodley might be fighting for his job. I know it's hard to say, being a former champ, and he lost to 3 good fighters, but if he doesn't bring it, man, Dana's going to say, like, look, I can't promote you anymore. You're boring as hell. That said, I'm going to go Luque until Woodley shows me that he is the old Woodley. I got to go with the young, exciting fighter in this one.
I like that as well. It's just the trend, you know what I mean? Like, as you pointed to, it's just like, yes, we know what you can be, but kind of what we've seen. Like, I got to go on the recent body of work, and not exactly the most inspiring. So, yeah, I would kind of lean towards Luque as well. I mean, he's just more, yes, he's not the perfect fighter, but he is exciting in his fights.
Mm-hmm.
And it just seems like he's kind of on the opposite, like, trajectory, sort of what Woodley. He's just kind of like riding out his reputation.
Yeah, and Woodley is a great wrestler, and Luque is not that great at takedowns. So again, this is a fight that is set up to maybe bring some confidence back into Woodley. But look, until he proves it, I gotta go with Luque. I gotta go with the guy that's been bringing it. Also on the main card, another exciting fight, bantamweight battle between Sugar Sean O'Malley and Thomas Almeida. O'Malley, who was 12-0, 8 knockouts, had some nice hype on him. Lost his last fight against Chito Vera. He suffered an injury during the fight, although O'Malley has been saying for the last few days, I'm still undefeated, even though you're not. But, hey, that could just be a confidence thing. It could just be a confidence thing, who knows. Almeida, that's another guy that, look, he entered the UFC, was undefeated. I think he got up to like 21, 22-0, and then just went on a mad losing streak, got injured. I think he went like a year and a half without fighting. It's I like Almeida. He used to be fun, but he just hasn't been the same. I think O'Malley will, again, no shortage of confidence. I think he's going to come back.
Never with him.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he'll get another. I think he's going to get another exciting knockout here against Almeida, and hopefully we get the Sean O'Malley hype train back on the rails.
I'm looking forward to just the whole event, just all together. Nice. Again, there are ways. If you don't want to spend the money, there are ways. But do check it out. A lot going on this weekend, though. Like I said, I mean, whatever happens with the NFL, we saw this, like, that all happened in like 30, 45 minutes this afternoon, this afternoon. We have the match play. We have the NCAA tournament coming back. So should be a good weekend in sports all around. And I'm just looking forward to, catching as much as I can of all of it. And I hope you guys are, safe out there. Take in as much as you can. But baseball, regular season, right around the corner. We're getting there.
Next Thursday. That's right. Next Thursday.
Opening day is right around the corner. So thank you guys, as always, for hitting us up in the comments, hitting us up with your calls, everything. Tyler, anything else before we get out of here?
No, just one more fight prediction. I'm going to go in the women's flyweight fight on the main card. I will go Miranda Maverick over Jillian Robertson. I think Maverick's she's too good of a wrestler for Robertson. She will dictate where the fight is. So I'm going Maverick. Other than that, no, man. Just everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for the comments. Thank you, Ronnie, as always. Have a great weekend. Going to be a real good sports weekend here. Thank you to the Fight Phlebotomist for throwing his picks in there as well.
Of course.
Thank you guys so much. We will be back here on Monday, capping in the busy weekend. You guys know the drill. Keep the fire.
Keep the fire.